Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to School Online. It's good to have you back. I hope you all have been good. All right. So, just before we start the topic this morning, don't ever forget that we are awesome. We are great. The girls are beautiful and the boys are handsome. Don't allow anyone tell you otherwise. So today, our topic is food chain in different habitats. Now, if you remember, towards the end of last time, we talked about food chain, and I hope you remember what a food chain is. A food chain is a linear sequence through which nutrients and energy pass or flow as organisms eat one another. So it is a linear sequence. It's a diagram that is straight where we show how organisms eat one another, and that of course shows the flow of energy. Good. All right. So that is food chain. But today we are going to be looking at different habitats and the food chain in those habitats. We are starting with the food chain on land. Yes, for land, we can also call land terrestrial. Now, on the land, this is a typical example of the kind of flow of energy that we have on land. We can see that, can you see? We have the plant. Remember that the plant is always the primary producer. All right, so we have the plants there being eaten by a grasshopper. Can we see that? Then we see the grasshopper, the flow of energy. So the energy is flowing from the plant to the grasshopper. From the grasshopper, it is going to the frog. From the frog, it's going to the snake. From the snake, it's going to the eagle. And you may think the eagle is the last. No, we have fungi, we have decomposers. Whenever an organism dies, it gets decomposed. So it means that those decomposers are feeding on the dead organism, no matter how big the organism is. All right, again, let's look at an example of food chain on land. That's what we have on the screen. Let's go again. The energy is flowing from where? From the plant. It's going to the grasshopper, it's going to the frog, it's going to the snake. From the snake, the energy is going to the eagle, and from the eagle, it's going to the decomposers. Good. All right, we also have another land food chain. Of course, we have there. Remember that I said land also means terrestrial. All right, so we have there from the leaf. The leaf is being eaten by the caterpillar. I hope you know that caterpillar is the larva of a butterfly. Good. All right, so from the caterpillar, the energy flows to the chameleon. The energy flows to snake, and then the snake is eaten by the mongoose. Yes. Now, so that's the flow of energy. The nutrients or the energy flows. Can you see the flow? It flows from the leaf. So you need to take note of the direction of the arrow. The arrow must show the flow of energy. I hope you understand that. Good. Now, we are going to go to an example of an aquatic food chain. Of course, the word aquatic means water. Now, let's look at what we have there. We have the phytoplankton. Can you see that? It's like, like a plant. And then we have it being eaten. That's the flow of energy. The energy from there is going to the zooplankton. Then we have the small fishes eating that. Then we have an example of a bigger fish like the mackerel. Good. We also have the mackerel being eaten by another fish, the snapper fish. And then we have the large shark, eating up the snapper fish. So that's a typical example. What you have on the screen there is a typical example of an aquatic food chain. Now today, I want us to see the difference between a food web and a food chain. There's a difference between the food web and the food chain. Though they're related, but they still have their distinct difference. Now, a food web is when you have a number of food chain connected together. So a food web is a natural interconnection of food chains. It's similar to the food chain, but it is bigger and larger because it contains a number of food chain connected together. So a food web is a combination of many food chains all in one picture. Good. Please, I want us to take note of the difference between a food web and a food chain. Now, let's look at what we have on the screen now. That's an example of a food web. We can see the plant eaten by so many different animals, the animals eaten by different things. So this is like a food web when you have a combination of food chains together. So from a food web, you can generate food chains. You can decide to straighten out, the food web is like, interconnected, so many things linked together, but we can actually break them down by looking for individual food chains that make up the food web. All right. Now, this is another example of a food web that's in the marine. You can see that the phytoplankton is eaten by both the krill and then the zooplankton. Can you see that is also eaten by the cod? Can you see many things eaten by, the phytoplankton eaten by a number of things? So from there, we can actually generate a food chain. Again, a food web is a combination of several food chain. All right, now, so basically for today, that's all that we have. You're now going to go to your quiz and assignment, and I tell you the assignment will challenge you a little because you have to generate food chains from food webs. So it's going to take you to be patient, study carefully, and I hope you give me good marks. All right, so I'll see you next week.